studying your last two. I swim med when they turned in. The staring down to mute and can learn the pole that sunk he died.
In the previous example, we learned how a corporation can carry a current year loss back to recover taxes paid in earlier years. In this example, we look at the opposite situation. The corporation has become profitable again, and now it wants to use non-capital losses from prior years to reduce its current year's taxable income. This is one of the most common situations encountered in real corporate tax returns. A business may experience losses during its early years or during an economic downturn. Those losses are carefully tracked on Schedule 4 and carried forward until the corporation earns taxable profits again. Once profitability returns, those accumulated losses become extremely valuable tax assets. Imagine that the corporation incurred a non-capital loss during the 2023 taxation year. Instead of using the loss immediately, it was carried forward and stored in the corporation's loss pool. Throughout that time, the accountant maintained accurate records of the remaining balance using Schedule 4, ensuring that the loss would be available when needed. Now let's move to the 2024 taxation year. Business conditions have improved. Revenue has increased. The company has returned to profitability, and the corporation now has taxable income. Normally, that profit would result in corporate income tax. However, because the corporation has unused non-capital losses from previous years, it can use those losses to reduce its current taxable income. The accountant retrieves the prior year loss from the loss pool and applies it against the current year's taxable income. Instead of paying tax on the full amount of the profit, the corporation first subtracts the available non-capital loss. This reduces taxable income and, as a result, lowers the amount of corporate income tax payable. Notice that the loss does not reduce accounting profit. The business remains profitable from an accounting perspective. Instead, the loss reduces taxable income for income tax purposes. This distinction is very important because accounting income and taxable income are not always the same. Schedule 4 continues to play a central role in this process. It confirms the amount of prior year loss available, records the portion applied during the current year, and updates the remaining balance after the deduction has been used. If some of the loss still remains after offsetting the current year's income, that balance can continue to be carried forward to future years. The overall process is straightforward. A prior year non-capital loss is carried forward and preserved. When the corporation becomes profitable again, the loss is applied against current taxable income. Taxable income decreases, corporate taxes are reduced, and the remaining balance is updated for future tax planning. The key takeaway from this slide is that prior year non-capital losses are valuable tax assets. By preserving and tracking those losses correctly, corporations can significantly reduce their taxes when they return to profitability, making Schedule 4 an essential part of long-term corporate tax planning. Now let's see exactly how a prior year non-capital loss reduces the current year's corporate income tax. This is one of the most important calculations in corporate taxation because it shows how losses from previous years are converted into real tax savings. In our example, the corporation has earned taxable income of $100,000 during the current taxation year. If there were no prior year losses available, the corporation would calculate and pay income tax on the full $100,000. However, the corporation also has a non-capital loss of $40,000 that was carried forward from a previous year. This loss has already been tracked on Schedule 4 and is available to offset the current year's taxable income. The first step is to subtract the available loss from the current year's taxable income. We begin with $100,000 of taxable income and deduct the $40,000 prior year loss. After applying the loss, the corporation's remaining taxable income becomes $60,000. Notice what has happened. The business still earned $100,000 of accounting profit. Nothing has changed in the financial statements. What has changed is the amount of income that is subject to tax. Instead of paying corporate income tax on $100,000, the corporation now pays tax only on $60,000. This distinction is extremely important. Prior year non-capital losses reduce taxable income, not accounting income. They are tax deductions available under the Income Tax Act, not adjustments to the corporation's financial performance. Let's also look at what happens to the loss itself before applying the deduction. Schedule 4 shows an opening non-capital loss balance of $40,000. Once the entire $40,000 has been used against the current year's taxable income, the remaining balance becomes zero. Since the entire loss has now been utilized, there is nothing left to carry forward into future years. If only part of the available loss had been used, the unused balance would remain in the loss pool and continue to be carried forward for future taxation years. Schedule 4 would then be updated to show the new remaining balance. Using accumulated losses provides several important benefits. It lowers taxable income, reduces corporate income tax, ensures that previously incurred business losses are fully utilized, and prevents valuable tax deductions from being wasted. The overall calculation is straightforward. Start with the current year's taxable income. Subtract the available prior year non-capital loss. Calculate corporate tax only on the remaining taxable income. Then update Schedule 4 to reflect the amount of loss that has been applied and the balance, if any, that remains available. The key takeaway from this slide is that prior year non-capital losses directly reduce taxable income, resulting in lower corporate taxes. By maintaining accurate loss records and applying them correctly through Schedule 4, corporations can transform past business losses into valuable future tax savings. In this final slide, we'll look at the professional workflow that accountants follow when applying prior year non-capital losses against the current year's taxable income. While the calculation itself is straightforward, ensuring that every step is completed accurately is what separates professional tax preparation from simply filling out tax forms. The process begins once the corporation has determined that it earned a profit during the current taxation year. Before applying any losses, the accountant first confirms the corporation's taxable income using the current year's financial statements and tax adjustments. The next step is to review the corporation's available non-capital loss pool. These losses were generated in previous taxation years and have been tracked continuously on Schedule 4. The accountant verifies exactly how much unused loss remains available before making any deductions. After confirming the available balance, the accountant carefully verifies that the losses have not already been used in prior years. This includes reviewing previous T2 returns, Schedule 4 balances, and CRA notices of assessment to ensure that the corporation's internal records agree with the CRA's records. Once the available balance has been confirmed, the accountant determines how much of the loss should be applied. In some situations, the entire loss may be used to reduce the current year's taxable income. In other cases, only part of the loss may be applied, leaving the remaining balance available for future taxation years. After the deduction has been applied, Schedule 4 must be updated immediately. The schedule records the opening loss balance, the amount used during the current year, and the remaining balance that can be carried forward. This updated balance becomes the starting point for the next taxation year. With the revised taxable income now calculated, the corporation's income tax is computed based on the reduced taxable income rather than the original profit. This directly lowers the corporation's tax payable and produces real cash savings. If any unused non-capital loss remains after the current year's deduction, it is not lost. Instead, it continues to be carried forward and remains available to reduce taxable income in future profitable years. This ensures that every dollar of eligible loss can eventually provide a tax benefit. Professional accountants also follow a checklist throughout this process. They review prior year loss balances, verify CRA assessments, apply only the amount of loss that is actually available, update Schedule 4 accurately, retain supporting schedules and working papers, and recalculate taxable income after every adjustment. By following this disciplined workflow, accountants maintain complete continuity from one taxation year to the next. Accurate records reduce the risk of errors, simplify future tax planning, and provide clear documentation if the Canada Revenue Agency reviews the corporation's tax returns. The key takeaway from this slide is that carried forward non-capital losses are valuable tax assets. Professional accountants protect that value by maintaining accurate records, verifying every balance, updating Schedule 4 each year, and applying losses strategically to minimize corporate taxes whenever the business becomes profitable again.